looking for the most delicious and adorable dessert? Well, these meringue popsicles are so tasty and really easy to make. So, let's make them. My name is Alyena and welcome to my kitchen. To start making our meringues, you do want your mixer, or if you don't have a mixer, you can use a handheld one with beaters. And you want to make sure your bowl is really clean. And we can add in our egg whites. I have 4 egg whites going in. And you can also add just a pinch of salt. I like using pink Himalayan sea salt. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And now we are going to beat this, slowly increasing the speed until it gets really nice and frothy. Now that our egg whites are really frothy, we can start slowly adding in our sugar. And here I have 1 cup of sugar, but you are going to add this in 1 teaspoon at a time on high speed until you get really stiff peaks. Now that we have stiff peaks, you can either let this be just white, or you can add your color at this time. And so I'm adding some purple so that I can have some lavender meringues. So you're going to want to slowly add in your color 1 drop at a time so that you can control how dark or how light you want it. And here we have our meringue, and you can really tell it has those nice stiff peaks that you want, and it's a really pretty lavender color. Now it is time to pipe our meringues on, and last time I made this I did have a problem with them sticking to the parchment paper on one of the batches. So I googled it and I heard a bunch of differing opinions. So I'm trying 3 ways to prevent my meringues from sticking. One is just using the parchment paper, and then a lot of people say use aluminum foil. So I'm going to do 1 pan with aluminum foil, and then I also have a silicone baking mat that I'm going to use for my 3rd batch, because this does make a lot of little meringues. So now I can put this in my piping bag. Oh, and it looks so delicious. And to keep your parchment paper from flying away on you, you can put just some of your meringue batter underneath it, or you can use coconut oil to keep it sticking to the pan. And also, to make these popsicles, I have my popsicle sticks, even though they're actually just biodegradable straws. And I don't like how long they are, so I'm going to cut a little bit of them off. To keep our straws in place, you do want to pipe first, just a little line, and then stick your straw on top of it to keep it in place, and then pipe over your straw. And you can get creative and put whatever pattern you like, but I like to do a swirl because I know that I am not the most talented decorator in the world, so I like to work within my abilities. And because on my baking sheet I don't have a bunch more room, so I'm going to make some meringue. Ooh, it's windy. I'm going to make some meringue cookies, and I just swirl my cookies on there. If you want to get really fun with it, you can also add some sprinkles on top of your meringues, which I like to do to just add a little flair. Okay, and now I can go and pop my first batch in the oven, or you can put in 2 trays at a time. That's what I like to do because these are a fairly long bake. You do want your oven set at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and you are going to bake these cookies for 1 hour, and then you're going to turn off the heat and leave them in the oven for another 1 to 2 hours until your cookies are completely dried out. Although all 3 liners did make amazing meringues that didn't really stick, I will say the silicone mat worked the best. Once your meringues come out of the oven and look like this, you do want to let them cool, but you don't want to leave them out because the humidity will lead them to becoming really sticky and sticking to each other. So you do want to store these in an airtight container. I did have a lot of these little meringue cookies last night, because if you don't want to make them into popsicles, you can always make them into cookies. And I have to say, they are so delicious and light and airy. So please let me know if you try this recipe and what you think in the comments down below. Also, if you want to see some more homemade dessert recipes, there should be a playlist right here or over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Sunday. Bye!